Hello, Daisy Cakes. This is Daisy X Machina, the drag queen detective who investigates all things speculative in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. This is a Get Ready With Me where I get into drag to film a video later today. And we have John Crow is here. Hey, John. And we have Lynette. Hey there, Lynette. And how did the protests go? Yes, we are all wondering. I am also wondering, how did your reading go this week? I started last week. I think I told you guys the next Dungeon Crawler Carl book, which was I'm on book 5. I think there's 7 total. Well, I don't want to rush it, so I'm still reading it. I'm forcing myself not to get to like stay up all night and just read the whole thing. I'm just pacing myself because I want to make it last. And if you saw Shelve It or Shove It, I picked Playing Nice by Rachel, what's her name? Rachel Harrison, which is the horror book. I picked like 2 horror books in a row. Anyway, I filmed that a while ago, so I've already read it. Absolutely loved Playing Nice. And I've been searching for a new horror author. The ending was a little, felt a little weak to me. It wasn't like a big climax, but I really enjoyed the lead up to it. I enjoyed the character Cleo, and I was a little worried about this past childhood trauma because, especially from Tantrum the month before, it was about childhood memories of sexual abuse, and I'm like, please, no more of that. And I'm actually thinking it's becoming a cliche because I've read so many books where the either the main character or the villain, the the trauma is traced back to the surprise, this childhood sexual abuse. It's no longer a surprise. So it's been overdone, in my opinion. So Play Nice does not have that. And I really like that main character. Her name was Cleo. Okie dokie. Oh, Lori's here. Yay. Still on Chapter House Dune. All righty. Hey, that's pretty good. For Tasmania, 7,000 people showed up. That's a very good crowd. You're right, it is way overdone. You know, especially since they present it as, these big surprise twists, hold on to your hats. And it's been done so often, it's just like, it's more of a surprise when it isn't like that. Anyway, I recommend Play Nice. Okay, so I was thinking about doing all pink because I haven't done that in a while. So let's do an all pink look. You have to remind me. I was going to say, Lynette, you have to remind me about what the protest was, and it's about the stadium, right? Which, from how you've described it, does sound like a big waste of resources. Okey. And this today, I'll be filming the Shelve It or Shove It for January 2026. Can't believe it. What I really need to do is do my top 10. I'm probably going to do that next week because I would like to release my top 10, excuse me, books of the year before the year ends. So I need to film that probably next week. Oh, I want to sneeze. Excuse me. I'm watching in the middle of a snowstorm. Oh no. Actually, my a coworker or a woman I work with is up in Minnesota, and she's talking about how much snow they're getting up there. They bought a new DVD, which I haven't done in ages. It was the Quartermass trilogy from the 50s. Hmm. Okay, I don't know. I no longer have a DVD player, but does the Quartermass trilogy, is that the, because there's two things, there's movies and there's a TV show. And when you say trilogy, I'm assuming it's the I mean the movies. And I thought the last movie was in the 60s. Because that movie, when I was a kid, freaked me out. The one with the locusts. Full blizzard. I have not seen snow since 2011. Thank you. It is a blizzard south of me. We're only getting around 4 inches of snow. That's a lot of snow. We haven't had settled snow at sea level since 1986. Hey, DK. Thank you for joining us. Doing stuff outside, so we'll just be listening. Well, thank you for popping in and saying hi. Oh, it's pronounced Quatermass, not Quartermass. Well, I'm always mispronouncing names, so. I think the movie I'm thinking of that freaked me out. There's like two titles, one in the UK, one in the US, but A Million Years to Earth or something like that. Okay. Quatermass. And The Pit is the third video on the DVD. It scared me as a kid as well. Okay, is that the one with the locust? The Pit is my favorite. Both the original and the 1967 movie. That's it. 5 million years to Earth. Thank you. Thank you, Lynette. Yes, that's the one. That is the one. Okay. To do a lighter shade of pink. The problem with pink is when you go dark pink, it just becomes red. Oh, John, were you the one that was talking about Vegas wigs? Because I went to the store, and I'm doing air quotes because it's not really a building. It's sort of this. It's an indoor like swap meet marketplace. I wasn't very impressed with the wigs, and I even recognized some of them that showed up on the eBay pictures. And I don't know. I didn't get anything. And the guy I go to in Hawaii, Friston, hasn't been putting out wigs as much this year. And so I ordered a wig. If you guys are interested, I ordered a wig that's on Etsy. Wigs by Gingerella. So if you search this name on Etsy, um, she's having 25% off on new wigs or wigs that they're going to produce. Only you have to wait till like February before you get them, which is fine by me. And there's another one. I haven't got I saw them on Instagram, but they're having a sale on their um, ready to ship wigs. So I would get wigs by either of these two before I do the Las Vegas wigs, unfortunately. Okay. See, my problem is I'm not getting any ombre from dark pink to light pink, which just means I'm going to have to go in with black. Hold on. Hmm. I have only seen Quatermass in the Pit, so I'll be looking at one of the others this week. I haven't seen the 1986 series. I thought the series was older than that. That's interesting. Sir John Mills portrayed Quatermass. Is it really pronounced Quatermass? I'm sprinkling. I've decided to keep all my DVDs. I don't trust streaming services. Interesting. Well, it's too bad because the new season of Stranger Things is on, and you know I love Stranger Things. I use a region-free one so I can play Brit and Australian too. Did anyone ever start a Netflix back way back in the day when they did DVDs or see? Yeah, they were DVDs. I remember getting you would like order them. Did you order them online? I don't even remember. But you'd get the DVD with the little envelope. Sort of the last days of Blockbuster too. Yeah, this is the last season. That's my understanding. This is the last season of Stranger Things, which makes sense because the kids are getting a little old. But I just love the homage to the '80s in Stranger Things. I'm not getting this black to blend at all. Oops. There we go. Streaming services keep taking movies and shows off. Do you mean they're not finishing them, or I hate it when they start a series and then just end it. Stranger Things is they're finishing the whole series in 5 seasons. Yeah, order them online. Hey, it's got Lee Spence. I was watching the original Outer Limits on one and they pulled it. Yeah. Next, they will pull politically undesirable words from online dictionaries. That would surprise me, Scott. But I know they pull politically undesirable shows, like the one on Netflix. There's this one. I've got you guys probably wouldn't be interested, but it was a cartoon or animated series where the villain was played by this drag queen, one of my favorites, Coco Peru, and the main character was non-binary, I believe. And they I think they pulled it or they threatened to pull it. Find it very hard to declutter. Someone told me they're trying to suppress the Forbin. I don't know that one. Forbin project. In the middle of decluttering too, but I am pretty ruthless. Yeah, Lori, I don't I mean I should. I'm actually thinking about decluttering my drag because I have a lot of crap that I don't need, but I'm just lazy. It's just laziness. It's not even not wanting to throw things away. Or give things away. I'm just lazy. Love the series 1899, but it was canceled after one season. I hate that. I wish I could be ruthless about decluttering. One of my all-time pissed off moments was this is during the 90s was when HBO cut the series Carnival, which I think is one of the oops, which I think is one of the great sci-fi series, or I guess it was fantasy horror series. But yeah, I was incandescently angry when they canceled that. But that was really before the internet, so there was really no way to complain, or before the internet was really what it is today. Okay. Putting all my RPG books up for sale. John, I should do that too. I have quite a few. I'm looking over at them. Some still in plastic. Wow. Remember the 70s and 80s when no sci fi shows lasted 2 seasons, often no more than 13 episodes? Yes, I do. I mean, especially the 70s, there really wasn't. Well, there was Quark, which was the sci fi comedy that lasted half a season. Um, I really thought it was hilarious, but I was like a young teen at the time. So, and I tried to rewatch them. They don't really hold up. Um, there was Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica. Those were the like two big ones that lasted. And they weren't great. I have a soft spot for Battlestar Galactica. Um, oh, there's Space 1999. I'm looking for. Let me cut my crease with a mostly white. Hmm. I'm just gonna cut my crease with white, and then I'll put some like maybe some pink sparkles over it. I need to do that more often. I.e., cut my crease with white. I'm always putting color on it. I have a creative hobby text, fabric painting. I think it's similar to our text in USA. I'm going to put it up for my local Buy Nothing. Space IT with 24 episodes. First series is the best. No, what is the Star Maidens, John? I need to look that up. For the 80s, when a father and his kids went from one time zone to another. Um, I think there was a Disney one. I'm thinking of like this. I'm not sure if it was father and his kids. I want to say Voyager, but that was. I'm thinking of something else. Fantastic Journey. There was another one. I'm not sure if this was the 70s or 80s where they went into the Bermuda Triangle. Then so I focused on books. Good idea, Scott. The world. That sounds familiar. A German British co production about a matriarchal culture from Proxima. Ooh, sounds interesting. Oh, I know. I need to do. I always get ahead of myself. I need to outline with an outliner. Of course, the 80s had the next generation. But nothing much in the early 80s. I didn't read much. I didn't read. I didn't watch much TV back in the early 80s because that's when I was in college. early to mid 80s. Journey with Roddy McDowell joined in the fourth episode. I really don't remember watching that, but the name's really familiar. Here we go. I'm going to try to set this with white. And Blake 7. Now, I didn't start watching Blake 7. I mean, I said I didn't watch much TV in college. We did watch some. We certainly watched it when Next Generation came on, but Blake 7 was another one. Again, this was in the US, so we would watch it. It was on PBS, so it was probably like 5 years after the series aired. 77 to the 80s. I haven't seen Star Maidens. Ooh, canceled after 9 episodes. Featured Eisenberg from Witch Mountain Films. Oh, is that the boy? I had a crush on him when I was young. The Escape from Witch Mountain boy. By the way, he was older than me when I had a crush on him. Wonder if there were more. Taking off for the afternoon. Take care and thanks. Oh, thank you for joining us, Lori. Okay. Uh, okay, I'm going to. Okay. BBC did the tripods, but canceled after 2 seasons. I don't know that one either. Gosh, you guys, I'm missing a lot of stuff. I remember the tripod series based on the John Christopher books. I feel like I need to look that one up. Actually, let's look it up now. I'm always curious about series based on books. Tripod series, BBC. Aired from 84 to 85, British sci-fi series based on the novels by John Christopher. Okay, the plot. The show follows teenagers Will and Henry Parker as they escape a future where all humans are capped, enslaved by the alien masters at age 16. They embark on a journey to free humans. Ooh. Okay. So you guys can tell me if that was good and if I should try to uh, find a place where they have shown it. Another one that's hard to find is a Canadian series based on a Harlan Ellison or script that he disowned because they did such a poor job at it. It was about a generation ship. The problem with a lot of science fiction and fantasy is the cost. And I'm not just talking about special effects, but like the sets and the costumes, and unless it's contemporary. Well, I just saw a sci-fi movie. I'll look it up if you guys are interested. It wasn't. It's not spectacular, but it's a. I think it was Swedish or Dutch or Norwegian. Well, one of those countries, and it was about this young lady. I think she was in her late teens, maybe. But anyway, when she was a little girl, her father was in a group that studied UFOs, and then he disappeared. And when she's a little bit older, she thinks that he was taken by UFOs and rejoins the group that he was part of to try to figure things out. Anyway, it's an okay movie, but I thought it was an English movie because when I first started watching it, just like hearing the dialogue, I thought, oh, this is dubbed, because you know how you can tell when some movies are dubbed. But then I was watching it, and the lips were moving with the words, so I'm like, oh, it's not dubbed. It's just has some weird audio or not great audio, but this is English or American or Canadian or something, some Australian. Um, so I watched the movie. It's okay. Um, I don't not recommend it. But I looked it up online afterwards, and I found out that it was originally in Dutch or whatever this language is, and they ran it through an AI machine to digitize everyone's lips to match the dubbing. I've never heard of that before, and I'm actually not mad at that for a use of AI, but it does make you wonder, you know, what's real and what's not on anything you watch, on the screen, because there's no way to tell that it was redigitized with an AI making the lips move to match the dubbing. At least I couldn't. This amazes me that we're living in such a different world now than just like 10 years ago because of because of AI. I mean, we definitely are living in some in a period where it would have sounded like science fiction not that long ago. Okay, this is. I want to. Star Trek, the original series, set every other episode aboard ship only to cut down on costs. Babylon 5 was set on a space station for similar reasons. Yeah. Three books on my list by him are The World in Winter, The Lotus Caves, and Year of the Comet. Okay, we're talking about John Christopher. AI is becoming too realistic. Learn to love subtitles. Well, I understand what you're saying, Scott, but a lot of times when there's subtitles, I feel like I'm missing the action because I'm just focused on reading. That's just a me problem, but that's why I kind of like dubbed thing. Anyway, search for Spock. Christopher Lloyd spoke English and dubbed the Klingon over him afterward. Oh, funny. I refuse to listen to audiobooks with virtual voices. Yeah, well, you know me. I've tried to get into audiobooks, but I do like AI cat podcasts. Hong Kong action used to be shot with no sound, and it was all dubbed in later, dialogue and sound effects. Two. I'm just putting some glitter on. For Black Friday, I often, or I have in the past, like loaded up on some makeup that, isn't exciting to share, like foundation or stuff like that, powder. And I like the kimchi makeup. And I remember one year I loaded up on powders, and I was going to do it again this year, but they're still, they're only like 15% off. It says up to 70% off. But I guess their top selling stuff like the powders, they won't have big sales. But I bought a couple things from them. Okay. Oh, Scott, Pence is taking his leave. Have a great weekend. You too, Scott. Thank you for joining us. I have to use subtitles because I have trouble picking out speech from background, especially from music. Some people even will use subtitles even uh, when it's dubbed or even on normal shows. I know a lot of Dennis's family does that because they're all Filipino, and they'll watch English shows with English subtitles on. Okay, I think the eyes are done. I'm going to jump to lips. My son informed me he is getting Amazon Prime, which I am boycotting. Oh dear, I have it. Is he getting it for the just for the streaming show or for actually purchasing stuff? Okay. I think both. He still buys off Amazon very occasionally. We started watching David in Prime, but now they want you to pay extra for the second season. Really? You know what I'm on the verge of doing is buying 1 month, or it's not really buying, using the free month of I think Peacock, one of those networks, because I kind of want to watch the they did a series on the Institute, which I did read, the Stephen King book, The Institute, and I really like it because it's a throwback to his early horror sci-fi, like Firestarter, kids with psychic powers. So yeah, I may do that one day, maybe next month. Brian, hey, Brian from Ireland. We both like William Gibson, especially Mona Lisa Overdrive is my favorite William Gibson novel. What are your thoughts of the upcoming Apple TV adaptation of Neuromancer? I don't know anything about it, but I'm excited because I did like the Foundation series that they did, although I still need to see the last season. Uh, for me, I don't know anything about the this version that they're going to do, but a lot of the cyberpunk has to do for me the mood that it creates. And by mood, I mean sort of that gritty punk aesthetic. Like I'm one of those weirdos that really liked Johnny Mnemonic. I thought it captured the cyberpunk aesthetic. Oh, we're talking about old shows from the back in the day. Anyone see Wild Palms? That was it was a really wild show, but it was I don't know if William Gibson wrote the scripts or just was did the concept. It was certainly wild. Okay, I need a topper on pink. I wasn't that keen on the Institute. I think I gave it 3.5 out of 5. Oh, the book? Yeah, again, for me, it was mostly the reason I enjoyed it. It was a throwback to the his older stuff. Watch Paramount more now, bringing Trek. I did like the sheriff in the Institute. Okay, I mean, I like the sheriff too, but for me, it was The actual institute with the kids. Okay. Do I have a pink topper? I do. I mean, this is what I'm using, but it's going on. Let's try this one. Oh, this is better. Oh, where's yes? Will my finger do? Just okay. There we go. But anyway, I am also interested in the Institute, the series, which I really haven't heard much about. So who knows? Okay, let's put on some lashes. Actually, a new set of lashes. I don't have Paramount at the moment. I pay for Netflix and Stan, but I am going to have to Max for Christmas for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Oh, yeah, I actually have HBO. And oh, talking about HBO and TV, I actually really like the. I don't know how much Stephen King has any input on this, but the Welcome to Derry, the prequel to it. I'm just trimming these eyelashes on the corners. I mean, just looking at the introduction to Welcome to Derry is well worth it. Oh, can I do it? I can share it with you. This it's like this cartoony little introduction that oh no, I don't want the trailer. I want the intro. That's reminiscent of the 50s, and it starts off with this like um idyllic 50s let me try to share it with you. Scene of this little town, and then it just gets creepier and creepier. It is so good. Okay. Two. screen. Select window. I'm going to figure this out. Where's Welcome to Derry? Entire screen? Not really. I mean, you guys can just watch this on your own, of course, but okay, we'll just do the entire screen. No, I don't want to do that. It's starting off like a little idyllic 50s. Then there's a little tentacle. And then we can just go off the rails. And the asylum is part of the series. So if you guys are into horror and like the It movies, the Stephen King It movies, um, I think you're gonna like Welcome to Derry. And I like that the focus is on like kids. Because there's something about uh, seeing things from the point of view of kids that makes things extra creepy. Anyway, upcoming Starfleet Academy, they are apparently introducing two Klingon ships that first appeared in Star Trek Online. Oh, HBO Max. He streams much more than me. Told my son that I wasn't going to pay for my lawn mowing man after he praised Trump. My son said he would pay instead. I let you watch it, Daisy, and you can tell me if it's worth watching or not. I don't have Paramount anymore, so I don't know about the Starfleet Academy. I don't know. I just haven't really been into the latest iterations of Star Trek. I liked Picard. I liked the first season of oh, what's the latest Star Trek? Discovery. I didn't like the subsequent seasons. I kind of like the Christopher Pike New Worlds, but I didn't really keep up with it. So I guess I didn't like it that much. Oh, shit. Okay, eyelashes are on. I've only seen some of the later Trek movies. Haven't seen the new Trek shows in 10 years. You talking about DK? Oh, have I said hello, DK? Are you talking about the Chris Pine reboots? I really like the first two quite a lot. If I had Campbell's soup, I would boycott them. Do they support Trump? I don't know. I don't really eat Campbell's soup. Okay, guys. This is the look on some eerie. Actually, I have some little books. Oh, and I almost forgot I have a face tape. I grabbed this. I haven't worn this in a while. And I got Big Red. Let me zoom out a little bit. Some gloves. A couple of the Chris Pine movies. Yeah, the first two were really good, I thought. Campbell exec said some rather nasty things about poor people and the quality of the soup. He didn't know he was being recorded. Yipes. Glad Trump doesn't run Power and Water. I would hate to boycott those. Well, that's usually local, right? You know, the big thing is the AI companies when they're setting up their big servers in certain towns and they're really using up all the power and people's power bills are just like skyrocketing. Oh dear. Yeah. Power and Water is usually state owned. Thank you, John. Okay, guys, this is the final look. We did all pink. with a white cut crease. I may be doing more of the white cut creases in the future. Um, we'll see. And today I will be filming Shelve It or Shove It for January. Oh, and this week, thanks to Lynette, who got me started doing the ugly book covers, um, I'll be doing it for I'll be releasing the video for the previous 6 months. So I'll be picking the ugliest book cover from the previous 6 months and then adding that to my TBR to read. Spoiler alert, I've already read it, but you'll see which one I picked. Okay, guys, I should be back next week. Next week, I'm hopefully going to film my top 10 to release sometime in December. I cannot believe it's already December, just in a couple days. And yes, everyone have a great weekend. Thank you all so much. And as usual, may all the books you read be